Hi everyone, my name is Erica Pang and I'm an artist and an art therapist. And today I want to share with you an art therapy activity for self-compassion. So what is self-compassion? Self-compassion is how we treat ourselves and the compassion that we give to ourselves. So when we're going through a difficult time, when we make a mistake or we fail at something, how we treat ourselves is our level of self-compassion. When something happens to a friend or a family member or someone that we really care about, how we treat them is actually really different than how we treat ourselves if we're going through the same thing. And why is that, right? Why do we treat ourselves differently than how we treat others? When we are in a profession that is all about caregiving, I know for myself, I am constantly giving and I work with the vulnerable population as well. And so I'm constantly giving and I don't treat myself the same way that I treat my clients. And it's something that I really had to question within myself the past couple years as I dove deeper into art therapy. I realized that self-compassion and cultivating that compassion for myself is so important for my self-care, because it's that saying where you can't pour from an empty cup. When you're giving so much of yourselves, when we're in a position of caring for people and others, and we don't care about ourselves, we really have nothing to give. It's not healthy for us to keep playing this pattern over and over and over again. And I know it's easy for us to say, oh, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that, for self-care, but it's actually so important because it affects everyone in our life. So I created this art therapy activity for you to help you cultivate more self-compassion, to give you time to reflect on the relationship to yourself, and most importantly, give you a little bit of time for self-care. You're going to need a piece of paper, a pencil, felt markers, pencil crayons, and any other coloring or drawing materials that you may have. Before you begin, set up your space. Light a candle or incense. Create an area to be by yourself, away from any distractions. Place your hands on the paper and bring your attention to the sensation of the paper. Close your eyes, take 3 deep, long and slow breaths. Tune into the rhythm of your breath. Let yourself be here now. Pay attention to where you notice your breathing. If you notice your mind wandering, just bring your awareness back to your breath again. Begin to set an intention for today's practice and thank yourself for showing up to do the work today. According to Dr. Christine Neff, there are 3 elements of self-compassion. The first one is self-kindness, and that is having the awareness to being warm and understanding towards ourselves when we suffer. Number 2 is common humanity, and that is recognizing that we are all human and imperfect and all feel pain. Number 3 is mindfulness, and that is when we have the non-judgmental awareness of our experiences. Take some time to reflect on these elements and how you can incorporate them into your life. Trace each hand palm up on both sides of the paper and start to draw a heart in the middle. This is you cradling your heart. What does your heart need to feel full and compassionate? Start to fill in your heart and your hands with colors and images that would nourish your self-compassion. Tune into yourself and ask what you will need. Keep filling up the page and let it flow onto paper. So this is what I ended up creating, and it was so nice just to be in touch with my heart, give myself some time just to be in tune with how I'm actually feeling. And I realized that I actually have a lot of love to give, but I have to give it to myself first. So I drew a sun right in the center of my heart because I want to give the warmth to people, but I really have to cultivate that within myself. And so I put orange and reds around my hands as a reminder to myself to keep up with my self-care, whatever that may look like. Keep being kind. as a reminder that the only way that I can have that sun in the middle of my heart is to give to myself first. And then I also drew water, and it's almost like a waterfall that's kind of pouring out of my heart, because I want my cup to be so full that it just runs over and spills out into all areas of my life, into the people that I care for. And that's why I drew flowers and hearts outside of my hands. I also did kind of like the ground right there, kind of the earth, as a reminder that I have to water myself first for plants to grow and for me to cultivate that relationship with myself first. So I really hope that you give yourself time this week, half an hour, 45 minutes, just to do this exercise to remind yourself how important you are. I know you probably have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of people to care for, but ultimately, you are the most important person in your life, and it's important to develop a kind, loving, and compassionate relationship with yourself first, to put yourself first even when you feel like you don't have time. It's important to tune in, to stop all that you're doing sometimes, and to give to yourself first. So I hope that you try it. I hope you enjoy it. And if you want to reach out to me and talk about your piece, you can always find me on Instagram, or you can send me email. I'm also available for one-on-one online sessions for you. So if you want to go deeper into the therapeutic art journey and go through some more healing in your life, I am available. I am sending you all love, and I will see you all soon.